Hi everyone, how's it going? I hope everyone's well. As you can see, I got two new dolls that I'm really excited to unbox. But mainly I'm going to focus on this doll, this new series, this new part of the Monster High series, Magic, MoonSpell Magic. I don't know why I put Magic in a minute, but it's called MoonSpell Magic, and it's by Monster High. This is part of the Monster High series, or the new Monster High series that they released this year. I think it was around spring. I don't know, but they just released, and I was quite excited to buy it. So I bought these dolls at Smyths stores during the summer holiday. So summer holidays just started, and so I went with my mum to Smyths store, and my mom came with me in the Smith store actually, and it was really fun. So my intention was to get this doll, and then my mom saw this doll and she said, "I'll buy you this one." So I got this one. So my mom bought me this one, which is really lovely, and I bought this one by myself. So I came out with two dolls, which I wasn't really expecting. So it was a really fun experience. I had a lot of fun with my mum, and we did lots of shopping. It was like a shopping complex, like near in West London, and funny thing is, right, this doll was stored really high up. I have to. Luckily, my mum was tall, so we managed to get the doll. But and I was thinking if I was on my own, I was to ask the assistant. It was really high up. I don't know why it was not in eye level or something. It was really high up. The other dolls were, but this one, which is the most, I believe is the most popular one or the most sought out one, was really high up. Like you would have to call someone if you was struggling to reach it. Luckily, my mom reached out for me, and we had to use like a stick or something, another toy stick, to kind of get it out. But yeah, really interesting. Plus, the uh, first doll that I looked at had a little bit of marking on the lips. So I asked my mom to get the other one, and she managed to get the one behind, which is, and yeah. So I was thinking, God, I have to talk to the assistant, and I have to say to them that I'm not happy with the quality with the first one. I want the second one, the one behind. So yeah, we managed to. So I managed to get the one I wanted with good quality. So luckily, the one behind was better quality. So yeah, so I had a really good time shopping, and it was a really fun experience. And I'm just so happy to have two dolls. So I'm mainly going to focus on her, which her name is Claire Di Luna, if I pronounced it right. And yeah, so I bought her full price because I couldn't help myself. I wanted a new doll. I was gonna wait till I was uh, discounted. I know originally was getting from Amazon, but I thought no, when I'm going out to shopping, do some day shopping, I'm gonna aim to get that doll. So I bought it. So I bought it full price, which is 30. No, sorry, £29. I'm so tired. I just woke up. I was meant to open it yesterday, but I was like, I was so completed from the walk and the heat. So what you get in the box is you get the main doll, which she looks very beautiful. She's got her hat. I like the artwork. Got the cauldron. She's got her cane, which is a walking cane. She's got glasses, potions, her magic book, and her spheres and crystal ball. So right at the back, you got the other characters, the other witches, magic users, theatrical. So you got ones with the crystal magic. So ones who does crystals, the sun. So the one I got is the one who's what's it called? Like fortune teller, like fortune teller kind of type character. This one does the herbs, and I think she does potion or something like that. But yeah, so I have looked at other people's, other dolls collectors' reviews about it, It does have information at the bottom. So yes, clairvoyant witch. Yeah, see the future by reading stars. Magic essentials, crystal ball, and star guidebook. Also, a star guidebook. Spellbinding skills. Go to see friends for excellent advice. Yes. So she's a clairvoyant. Yes, that makes sense. Yes. So she's kind of like a character, like a witch that does perhaps reading stars, reading does divination basically divination and stuff like that. So it could be this is her divination book, fortune book, divination book, and she does seeing things in the future, and crystals and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm really super excited to open her up. I think she's gonna look really cool. So yeah, this is how she looks before I open her up. I like to record these things just as like records for myself, because it's like, oh, this is how she looks in the box and this is how she looks outside the box. So I'm gonna open her up now and see how she looks like. So here's Claire de Luna is out of the box, and I must say, after unboxing her and feeling the hair feels really nice quality hair. I actually really like this sort of moonlight, this sort of like, I mean, it's not doing it justice in the camera, but trust me, it's like a moonlight, navy moonlight hair dye color. And yeah, she looks absolutely gorgeous. She looks really gorgeous. I really like her outfit. I think her outfit looks really beautiful. Very mystical, mysterious, just like, I think she's the one that looks more aesthetically as you expect how a clairvoyant an astrologer or someone who does readings would look like. I really like this sort of like cape like, I don't know what it's called, but like a cape like thingy boy. I just woke up. It's really nice. It's got the moon and the sun and the moon and stars. Yeah. Her hat does come off quite easily. So this is her without the hat. It does come off quite easily. But let's analyze the hat. So this is her wide brim hat. It's very much like a plastic. It's very similar to, Dracula's hat. But this Dracula's hat is pinned down, and so it stays there permanently. But this one, you have to be careful. Like if you're moving her around this and you have the hat on, you probably have to, put the hat back on. So you can see inside around the edges is the the zodiac signs. So I believe it's meant to represent the zodiac signs, the astrology signs. So around this inner brim. I don't know if they correspond to astrology, the real astrology zodiac signs. I think they have to be careful not to make too much closeness to the astrologies and other things, because maybe it's not be appropriate for, you don't want to put too much spiritual like they for good reason, for good reason. So they had to kind of make it closely related but not too related to astrology. Or so yeah, I can imagine this one looks like, oh yeah, that's Gemini. That looks like a Gemini because of two figures. Oops. Yeah, that's Gemini. That is either, no, I don't know about that. I'm not an expert in the stars thingy bob. But yeah, I can recognize one. Yeah. Is that just, yeah, I'm looking at it too deep. But yeah, so just want to quickly inject into this video that after I recorded, I was quite curious to know the constellations. I want to know if they relate to the astrology constellation, and they actually do. So I will put up an image that I found online, but sometimes they do look different. But yeah, they do correspond to the real constellation, astrology constellation. So from starting here, you got Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and then lastly Pisces. So yeah, they are in order, going from this direction, and they are in order, and they do relate to the real astrology, which is really cool actually. I mean, obviously I know the symbolism, I know the symbols, like the sigils and the symbol of astrology, but not the constellation. So yeah, it's really cool actually that they actually did use the real you know, constellation. And yeah, so that's why my curiosity piqued, because I wanted to know if this really relates to the real astrology. So yeah, I just want to let you know that yeah, it does relate to astrology. So it pops in, so you got the two these sort of like things that kind of hold on to her head, so it holds on like that. And so she's kind of like wearing this very just a top, and it's sort of like a skirt. Now the skirt is quite interesting because I noticed that the skirt looks like tarot cards, and you can see it almost slightly resembles certain cards, like the sun. One looks like the wheel of fortune. So it's kind of like what they did is that they took inspiration from things like, you know, the occult, for example, tarot and astrology, and sort of kind of spin it into like that is not too closely related. Although some people may point that out, that a lot of people already know that, you know, this is the astrology zodiac signs. But if you look closely here, this is like tarot patterns on it, which is really cool. And yeah, it's on her belt, as you can see. There's like little charms, like tarot card charms. So she's definitely a reader that does I say divination. So yeah, very lovely. I really like her hair. So let's go to see her face. I might put the light on a little. No, it's too bright. So her face is really beautiful. I love her eyes. This sort of bird, like beautiful. I don't think the camera does justice, but yeah, love the lipstick color. This rich burgundy lips, and the moon on her cheek. Now, she's a like vision impaired, I believe, character. So one eye is sort of, I wouldn't say blind, but more like she has her one eye is looking into the cosmos or something like that, and one eye looks into the material plane. So one eye looks at the material, one eye looks at the, you know, the far future or something like that. That's why she's cannot see. So she can't see with both eyes. One's looking into the future. One's looking into reality. And I guess that's why she needs her cane. I feel like the cane could have been more cooler looking. It just looks like a normal cane. Like, why could the cane could be like a scepter or something? Because it wouldn't make sense. Like, if she had it, like, you know what, make it a wand. Like, why can't it not be a wand? So she uses that to help her navigate. So they're trying to do what I think Mattel's trying to do. They're trying to like do, you know, dolls with diversity of dolls. And not dolls are not too, you know, they have like vision impaired or some sort of something about them, so that inclusivity, so that children with different abilities can relate to certain dolls. And I think it's quite nice, because it's saying that, you know, it doesn't matter what condition you are, you can still practice magic and be who you are. So it's a nice touch. So I kind of I really feel that there's a positive there's something positive about it. So her shoes are quite cool. Got the moon crescent. So both the heels are the moon crescent on it. These black boots. Yeah, very pretty doll. I mean, when I was seeing the characters, she was my absolute number one. Like, I wasn't bothered with the character because one, she's a clairvoyant, an astrologer, and a tarot, and probably a tarot, tarot, not tarot, yeah. And so it's definitely up my alley. And two, she looks absolutely gorgeous. I love, she looks a bit more. She looks very similar to Cleo, like this Cleo. She looks like, yeah. It's actually good that I have these dolls next to her. So yeah, she looks a little bit like Cleo, a tad like Cleo, but not like Cleo. And I love this mystical look. I think she's the most mystical looking out there. And yeah, so let's look at her accessories real quick. So she has her own cauldron. And inside the cauldron, I believe there's meant to be like like a jewelry, like a necklace. I think you can just take it out, really. I'm not that fast with the whole gimmick of it. So she has a necklace. So the idea is that you put water, it's kind of like a thingy bob where you can play around. So you put water and this thing rises up like that. So it rises. It's quite simple, but I'm not going to do all that because it's very simple. So yeah, this is her potion. So you got the moon crescent again, the moon. Very simple. Got her crystal ball. It's almost like getting the real crystal ball out. Yes, I should be dusting my crystals. Get this crystal out. There you go. Here you go. You got your proper crystal now. And she's got the book of her very own magic book, Fortunes. Now I don't know if it's a grimoire or a spell book, but this is probably when she looks up things like she's reading. Her bag, the moon crescent, the moon. Pair of sunglasses. I'm gonna see how she looks with glasses. One sec. Oh yeah, she looks absolutely cool. She looks really cool with sunglasses with these round tinted glasses. So yeah, you don't get well now. One thing that a dog collector really pointed out that she doesn't have a familiar. She doesn't have like a pet or familiar, which is really disappointing. I feel like this is something that I think what makes Monster High or almost all that they all have familiars, they all have pets. So they couldn't just put the pet in. This doesn't make no sense that they didn't do that. Most most doll, it wouldn't make sense that she had all of the characters had a familiar. Like, where's her familiar? I feel that's the disappointing part of it. Like, you're spending like nearly £30 and you can't get the familiar. So I think for the playset, I think it's very dry. Like, not much you can do with the playset. Like, you get more playset with the Monster High, and they're roughly the same price. So they all got familiars in that. I know Nutrition doesn't have a familiar, but they all have familiars. Now, sometimes they don't necessarily do that, but I just feel like maybe for basically more interactive play or something like that. So yeah, it's a bit disappointed, really. Like I almost feel like maybe I can get something small somewhere for her to, you know, yeah. So let's take her glasses off. But yeah, I think she's absolutely gorgeous. I'm really glad I bought her. I mean, it's been so strange recently. So I just felt like I need to buy a doll. I was gonna wait till actually up to September, but I just couldn't help myself. It's not because I was like I felt I need to get a I just felt like I was wanted to buy something, and it's the summer holidays, and I got money, so why not? Yeah, but the doll itself, absolutely gorgeous, really mystical. I almost feel like getting other things like some cards out. I do have cards, actually, tarot cards and other things. Yeah, the real crystal. This is I think it's smoky quartz. So yeah, give her the proper stuff. But yeah, I think there's not much more to say about her apart from that she's absolutely gorgeous. I think it's a nice touch. I think another thing I would like to pick on is the cane. The cane couldn't have been a scepter. Why could it not be a scepter or some sort of wand or scepter? Because it wouldn't make sense that you can use the scepter as a, you know, like a walking aid, or you can, you know, dazzle it or something. But I just felt like it was a bit bland. Dazzle it a bit, you know, maybe put some crescent moon on the top, like, you know what I mean, or it looks too normal. Like she's a witch, man. Let her go out, you know. So I don't know if I would, you know, and it's personal. Like I wouldn't. Like I'll just give her a proper wand. Um, yeah, I'm also thinking that maybe the book could open. Oh, because Draco again, Draco had an open book. She had an open book. Yeah, she had an open book, and same with Twilight and that. But somehow they were skimping on the accessories for some strange reason. I don't know why they were skimping on the accessories than more on this series than the others. Like the others had way more better stuff. So the accessory side is a little bit of a downer, but the doll itself is absolutely beautiful. You know, it's... I was wondering what was the point of creating this new branch series. I guess it's because there is a lot of well, you go on TikTok, you might stumble across like a lot of people talking about new age, different alternative spirituality, a lot of like occultists and witches and sort of like sharing their knowledge online. So you got this kind of openness coming back to like magical arts basically, and coming back to like people find out their, you know, their calling, their spirituality, and also with Dracula, I'm going to focus on a little bit that she was mentioned in the films and that she was a witch, and her struggles to be accepted as a witch because there's law behind it, like, you know. But it doesn't make no sense to me because I would assume that vampires will be into dark arts already. Would be that was their main thing really, but you know they have to have a storyline behind it. There's a struggle becoming who you want to be, and the stigma around, you know, practicing witchcraft or magic is there's a stigma around it. So it's kind of like trying to be more open about you know, that just trying to just practice what you want to practice, really who you want to be. So it's kind of like I think Mattel wanted to do something, the extension of that. I would like more lore behind them. Like, how does she become a clairvoyant? How does she become that? What's her story behind it? Like, it can't be as simple as reading. Like, if she does reading, why can't she not, instead of a crystal ball, give her a deck of cards? I feel like giving her a deck of cards right now. Like, one second. There you go. She got a deck of cards. I was gonna get my original one, but I got the one closest to me. So this is not what's called the Smiths the traditional one. This is the fourth card. I was studying the fourth card actually recently. So I got the Mugus, which is the magician. So there you go. So she's a proper medium. She's a proper medium. Yeah. So makes sense now. Really makes sense. I mean, I could have got out the. You know, maybe I should get out the other one. There you go. There's the magician card. Yeah, just give her a pack of cards, you know. So I don't understand why. Just go out. Like, if you're gonna make her clairvoyant, just go out. But yeah, this is. I thought I'll just put her next to her character cards. She would normally also, that she was an astrologer as well, she would normally have a chart, and she'd be reading the charts as well. But yeah. Yeah, I think it's alright. I think the doll itself beautiful, but the accessories I feel like the letdown. Like should have gone out. Like I feel like they should have gone out with the like the crystal ball is okay. Like I wonder what's I don't think you can see much detail. I do apologise. Hmm. But yeah, I feel like, should have gone all out with the, you know, mystical side of her. But yeah, I really like this doll. Maybe, maybe I'll buy some decks of cards for her. Like you can buy those miniature ones. I've seen them on like on AliExpress and Temu. You can buy miniature ones like you want to go out. But I I I don't know if I'll do that, to be honest. But in general, as aesthetic, I think it's more the aesthetic than what they really do. Like each character have their own magical arts, so it really depends, really. So, what do you think? I think the doll is worth it. And like if you're into magic and you're very much inspired by you like magical things, you like magical characters, and you like the aesthetic how they look, I think it's worth it. I think it's not. I think for the accessories, it's a little bit disappointed. I would like to have more interesting accessories rather than just plain accessories like books should open. I think the cauldron thing is a bit pointless in my personal opinion. Like if she's a clairvoyant, like she should have more accessories like cards, a chart reading, like a bit more pizzazz basically if you're gonna go out. But I think they were playing a bit too safe for this to these characters because maybe they don't want to be too attached to the occult arts. Which I have no like I study these things, man. So it's nothing that I think they should have gone all out because we have kind of moved on. But I understand that some parents may you don't want to mix too much of spirituality, religion into a doll line because it would not sit well. Especially if it's aimed for children. If it was an adult doll, like dolls aimed for adults, yeah, you can go out. But I think for children, they had to be there's a line and a cross really, and they don't want to like influence children to a certain spirituality that they're not that they're not into yet. So I totally get that, but at the same time, I feel like it should have gone out. I don't know. I mean, there's so many other dolls out there. I guess like she's already a witch herself. Like maybe it's already like I don't know for some parents, and maybe it's okay. So it depends on the perspective, really. I think generally she's just a really cool looking character, and generally I think she's just fun to play with and to do some magical play through like especially other characters like Dracula. Yeah, so it'd be fun to play with like how will she interact with the other characters. I wanted to slightly mention that I got Jasmine. I was going to unbox her, but yeah, I just want to quickly show you Jasmine. Absolutely gorgeous. Like, I can't stop looking at Jasmine. So I got Jasmine on Amazon, and this is like a more classic, more to light film. Absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, I just want to show you Jasmine, and also Esmeralda. This is a vintage doll. This is 1995 or three, five. Can't pronounce, but this is around when the animation was premiered. So this is a vintage doll. She's losing a lot of accessories. This is cozy second hand, so a lot of accessories have been lost, but at least these coins have been preserved, which is really good. And yeah, so the hair ties. I had to improvise some things, but yeah, vintage doll. So yeah, I'm glad she's part of the collection now. So let me guys know what you think about this new doll line. Do you think it's good? Do you think they should? I feel that they're gonna have another one, and then be like, oh my god, that was way more better. I got a gut feeling that the newer one, the newer version of this series is going to be way more better. And I'll be like, why did I not wait? But, you know, I'm a sucker for these things, man. But yeah, I think she's absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, that's enough talking. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
The velvet sky begins to write its prophecy in silver light. I feel the zodiac slow turn, and ancient lessons you will learn. As planets shift and cycles burn, the cosmic wheel begins to churn. I read the omens in the haze, the tarot speaks of coming days.